Let's see if it's getting any better now. Well, by the look of it, it's better now. Let's see if people coming in. So, don't wanna... Looks better now? Ah, hi Helena, welcome. Yeah, I just checked on my computer and I could see that it was better too, so now we just need people to come back. I don't know what went wrong, why it made that mess up. Anyway, welcome everybody. With 3 people in here now, hope more will join. So let's see. So 4 people, back to 3. So who's with me here? We got Helena, and who else? Well, the topic of this live stream is a positive. Okay, well, we got Tobias Vestergaard. Welcome, Tobias. And let's see what you say. Oh, you're Danish. Oh, welcome til. Oh, we had... Oh, George. Welcome, George. Yeah. A positive look at life will make your life positive. I believe that's the way it is. It's, well, it's my view at it. I felt that way. I've felt it for sure. You know, in the old days, basically before I went to Thailand, before I went to live in Thailand, I was about to say, like everybody else in traffic, I would get upset about the other drivers. I would sit in my seat on the motorcycle and complain about them, and even sometimes I would make people stop and shout at them and stuff like that. And and also in other situations in life, you know, get upset about other people's behavior and you know, take it personal. And I would say the years I spent in Thailand, and well, I learned a lot down there, both from other people, but also from studying the different books about ways to behave, and that made me calm down a lot. And I would say also, of course, from my wife back then. She was very good at teaching me. But anyway, I found out that every time you get angry, you make yourself miserable. You know. But if you try to be positive, try to look at the bright side, try to look at the good in life as much as you can, you know, then life will be better. Oh, hi Nikolai. Hello. Welcome to this live stream. So now we got, what do we got? We got Helena from Sweden, and Tobias from Sweden, and George from, I'm not sure where you're from, George, but I believe you're from the States. And Nikolai from Denmark. Oh, that's great. And what's yes, Nikolai, I got your message about that. The problem with that is that I had Oyster before, and they're using Trace network, and in this place where I'm parked at the moment, there's no signal whatsoever on Trace, not at all. So it's unusual. That's wrong. Unusable. That was, I think I got it. Unusable in this place. Oh yeah, George, you from the States. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I know, George. Yeah, I know, Nikolai, and thank you for that. And it is, well, it's basically the same plan as I got now with Telia. Just, you know. So, and I believe their price is pretty much the same. I pay 250 for the Telia one with free data and free SMS and free calls. So, but anyway. 339 on us. Oh wow, that is cheap. But then again, I can't use that. But it's a good price for sure. It really is. It's actually funny they didn't. You know, when I cancelled my prescription or subscription with them, when I cancelled my subscription, it's kind of funny they didn't mention that one. Well, anyway. And we got done with us. Welcome. Anyway, a lot of times in the comments you guys write that I'm always smiling, I'm always positive. Oh, welcome, Teresa. And some of you are even surprised that when, you know, my previous video about when I was cold, and someone wrote in the comment that even when I'm cold and miserable, I'm still smiling and still positive. And well, might as well, you know. It doesn't make the situation better to be negative and angry and sad. Oh, not by you changed your picture. But hi and welcome. No, it doesn't make things better if you are angry or sad, or, well, of course everybody gets sad, but you know, being sad is a very strong emotion, and we should allow ourselves to have that emotion. But anger, well, I believe, of course I'm not perfect, I get angry too, obviously. I was about to say I'm not, but anger is an emotion that we should be able to control. What you say? Yeah, for the Hackery farm from. Okay, what kind of accident was that? Not by. No, the hockey team from. And Patricia is here. Welcome, Patricia. Wow. The amount of viewers are just piling up. 10 viewers now. Not by a team bus got T-boned by a truck. Half the bus. Oh, that's terrible. That's really terrible. So half the team is has passed away. Wow. That's horrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, it not bad. That's awful. 16 to 20-year-olds, they're just starting their life, and then something like that happens. That's really horrible. Oh well. Yeah. But anyway, horrible things happens all over the place, you know. But yeah, kids should not, you know. Wow. Too much sadness. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Maybe I will do that after the live stream. It's terrible. Things like that happen. You know, it is. It's always terrible when someone die, but it's even worse when it's kids and young people. You know, they're just starting their life. They shouldn't. No, I don't follow hockey. Basically, I don't follow any sports. It's just not. And yeah, Teresa, life is precious. It really is, and especially young lives. I don't say it's okay for old people to die, but it's like it might sound morbid, but I think the older we are when we pass away, the more, the more life we have had, the less sad it is. And of course it's sad when someone passes away, but if I know the Toronto Maple Leafs, no, I don't. As I say, I don't follow sports. And well, you can imagine the winters we have in Denmark. Hockey is not that big of a thing in Denmark because, well, not a lot of people play hockey. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. But yeah. It's one of the big questions in life. I have to. Oh, what's going on? On the big league and NHL, the goalie was born in Denmark. Yeah, I know that we have a Dane who was playing in over there. And George, yes, it is a oil-filled heater. It is. It is like a radiator with oil inside instead of water. So yeah, that's how it works. And not bad. Well, yeah, I know. You know, sports stars in Denmark, we have so few of them that when some Dane become famous in other countries, the whole nation know about it. It's like Formula One. We got the good Formula One driver, and right now his name has slipped my mind. Patricia, yes, it is a good heater. I'm quite happy about it. I can show you. I don't know if anyone, if you didn't see the video, but it's a small thing like this, you know. And here the where you regulate. Yeah, Kevin Magnussen, you're right. Kim. But yeah, it's a small oil-filled electrical heater, and it works perfect. And what you say, Helena? Does the generator work for you? I had one of those and it didn't warm enough. You had to have one that blow heat. Well, Helena, the thing is, right now I'm parked at the campground and I have shore power, so it's not a problem about using the heater. It would be, how to say, my generator is 1,000 watt and this heater is 900 watt. So you basically take the generator to run full power. So I will not use it when I'm using generator. I only use it when I'm here, and it would not be necessary. It would not be necessary to use it. Oh, you mean the heater? Well, yeah, it works. It takes a long time to heat the propane. The propane will heat the travel trailer in 15 minutes, and it's nice and warm in here. The electrical one will take an hour, so that's a difference. But it will get there and it will work. Sherry, you asked how the weather is like today. It's been I think around 10-12 degrees Celsius. And it's been alright. There's not much wind, and but it's been overcast. It's been overcast. So just see what is going on. Why there's an arrow in the middle of. And what you say not about when I get to plug it. Well, when I'm at the campground, I have a cable to the shore power constantly, and I pay per kilowatt that I use. So there's a meter. There's a meter that registers how much electric I use. So obviously, every time I run the heater, the meter will tick away. So you say it didn't work, and well, your RV, Helena, is a lot bigger than my one, so that could be a reason. How many watts were your electrical heater? This one is 900 watt, and it's plenty. But as I say, it runs slow. Sherry, you say it's snowing in Illinois. So, wow. Yeah, we got around that. I don't think we're going to get any more snow in Denmark. I think spring has arrived. You say if I moving over to the ground? Not yet. No, it's still too wet. It's still too much water in the ground. If I try to drive the nest over there, the car will get stuck for sure. It's very wet over there, so I'm still in the parking lot. Excuse me, I'm just gonna... I'm getting hot. Yeah, Patricia, that's right. Springtime. I'm very happy about it. I was outside all day today and just wearing a thin jacket and my hoodie. Yeah, that's right, Helena. There's a lot less air. Uh, Here, I got 8 square meters, and it's only like just high enough or tall enough for me. So that what makes a difference, I'm sure. And you're gonna get snow in Alberta, not by yeah. It's well, springtime is here in Denmark, that's for sure. Um, it was nice today, but as I say, it was kind of misty or foggy, so it would be nice with a bit of sun. There was no sun, but and my car, yeah, my what do you call it? Company car. It works perfect. It's and it's not that small actually. It's bigger than my in bigger than my Skoda. So so it's not that small. I think it's like what is it, 30 centimeter taller than my Skoda, and the same length, and a bit wider actually too. Well, the thing is, the way it's made, there's not enough room in the back of it for me to lay down. Even if I lie diagonal in the back of it, it's only 180, and I'm 188, so I would need to bend my legs, and if I lay straight, it's only 1.5 meters or something like that. It's too small, so it's not long enough for boondocking in the car. But well, but funny enough, my boss, he told me that he will see if he can get me a bigger one, like a van or something like that. No, that's right. Not bad. That's right. But well, I hope my boss, he comes through with getting a bigger one for me. Before they gave me this one, I told him I would like to have a van, and I actually I don't want to say why, because that would if I did boondock in it, it would well, I basically told him, but if I do that, I better, here on live stream, I better say I'm not gonna do that, because if I did, it would be breaking the tax law in Denmark. We have this very nice tax law that is not at all complicated. No, I would keep the Nest, because a work van, I would not be able to, how to say, install bed and kitchen and stuff like that in it, because it's under the well, according to the Danish tax law, that would be breaking the law. It's a work van, and I'm not allowed to sleep in it. Yeah, it is confusing, and especially in Denmark. In Denmark, the tax law is just insane. Everything is illegal. it's it's almost like that. No matter what you do, you break the tax law. Yeah, it is kind of sad that it's this way, but well. Oh, welcome, Sheila. Yeah, the more people come in and watch this, the better it gets, you know. And obviously, I made the topic for this live stream. Your first time too, not at all. You here every time. You're one of my regulars, and you always help me, by the way. The more input, the more output. Yeah, you're right about that, Nikolai. Yeah. No, but that's true. Um, but let's do it this way. If you guys have any questions about the topic of this live stream, you're welcome to ask them. If 10 p.m. here is the same as West Coast, yeah, I believe it is. I believe it. That must be the way to. Yeah, you're 9 hours after Denmark. So I would believe that that's the way it rolls, Carol. And yes, Patricia, a good group of people. That's true. That's very true. Yeah, now it's okay in Alberta. It's 2:30 and 4:29 in Ohio. Yes. It's great that for a thing like this, we got people from Sweden, Denmark, and different places in the States, and not far from Canada, and it's amazing that we can gather for a thing like this, for a chat like this. It's really great. Oh no, that could be that Canada don't do daylight saving time. In Denmark, they start to talk about quitting daylight. Well, in Europe, basically, because it's a European Union thing. And yeah, Sheila, it is really cool. I love these live streams. The reason why I haven't made any live stream for a while was because in this place where I'm staying now, the internet connection's not very good. So I had to use, well, first of all, the internet connection on my Wi-Fi device was non-existent. So I had to use my phone, use the Wi-Fi on my phone, and on that I only had, 30 gigabyte, and that doesn't stretch very long. But now I got a new data plan, and I got 1,000 gig, 1 terabyte data plan on my cell phone. And the connection, when I put the phone up there in the what do you call it, the skylight, then the connection is good. So that's the reason why I can do a live stream today. Don't do that. Yeah, we are talking about getting rid of it in the European Union because it's not really a reason for it anymore. It was to save electric, but lights nowadays don't use much electric, so it is a joke. And what we say does. I told my brother that about your 1,000 gigabyte plan. That's awesome. Yeah, it is awesome. And then the price, I know. In this plan, I pay 250 kroner. I don't remember how much that is in American dollar, but I'm sure you Notbar can calculate that very quickly with the help of Google. Okay, well, maybe there are some small problems with the connection. That's yeah, I know you're Canadian, Notbar, but you usually help me with these kind of things, so I'm sure you can do that too. I turned off my computer to save bandwidth for this. Yeah, you got fine connection, Nikolai. That's good. That's good. Usually it is good when I put the phone up there, so I should believe that it would be. So you say I'm the money man? Not at all. What do you say? $41 US according to Google, yeah. So, excuse me. So $41 for free Wi-Fi, well, free data, and free call and free SMS, free text. That's extremely cheap, and I know even for Sweden it's cheap. So, oh, thank you. We got someone from England. Yeah, it is a great price. But yeah, I was asked, so what do I do to keep my positive attitude? Well, as I said in the very beginning of this live stream, it is something about that I try to I try, you know, to stay positive, because if someone do something stupid, let's say in traffic, that's a very common one. If I get angry about that person, I make myself miserable. So I try, first of all, don't get angry, no matter what. And of course I'm not perfect. I sometimes get angry, but I'm getting better and better at it, you know, because anger is not really, it's not useful. It's not useful at all. We can't do anything with that. And it really makes you feel so, yeah, miserable, really. So the best thing is to avoid that. And then, of course, sometimes you get sad. And I would say sadness, sadness, I think, can actually be a good thing. You know, if you watch a sad movie, it's good that you feel it, and but then again, it also goes away. But yeah, trying to keep a positive attitude, it's just yeah, anger at someone only hurts yourself. Exactly. That's exactly my point, you know. Anger, you know, it's just hurting yourself. So, well, not bar. Some people would say that we aren't mad, but mad. But anyway, exactly, Sherry. Sadness make happiness feels even better. That is exactly true. Wonderful way of putting it. It really is. You know, you basically need darkness to enjoy light. But you don't need anger. So it's like anger is useless, really. Cutting off your nose to spit your... Yeah, that's right. So the more you can control your anger, because everybody gets angry, obviously, but the more you can control it and ignore it, basically, the better you will feel. And nowadays in traffic, it's, you know, when someone do something stupid, I just basically laugh at them, you know, just laugh and smile. That we don't know the person's life as you should. Oh, exactly. Sheila, that's true. We don't know why that person get angry, why that person do what they do. Diversification, yeah. Well, not by you're right about that too. There is a lot of negative stuff, and but we also need to stay connected. I think you don't know the struggles they have in their life. I'm just so that's exactly true. Um, when someone, well, let's put it this way: when someone hurt your feelings, you don't know how they feel. Um, and I always choose to say they don't do it on purpose. If they hurt me, it's because they hurt. Um, that is true, Carol. Uh, that's exactly the thing. You know, we all we know what's going on in our lives. We don't know what's going on in everybody else's life. So yeah, and people who's got who's having a hard time, they will send it on. That's because you know. Well, I'm trying not to be. I'm trying to be more for other people. Oh, Charles, you're welcome. No problem. Um, yeah, you're right about that, Sheila. Uh, some people are only thinking about themselves, and that is sad. That's not good. That is for sure one of the things I learned about living in Thailand. And basically from Buddhism, I had decided I was not going to talk about religion, but I can't help it. But that is basically the message in Buddhism: be a good person, don't be selfish. Forgiveness heals you more than a person who hurt you, that you are forgiven. Good communication. Yeah. Exactly. Um, and you know, when very often when if someone hurt you, it's because they hurt themselves. And in a lot of cases, if you instead of get angry at them, then start to show interest in their life, in their situation, well, you will get to the root of it, and you'll find out that they're not angry at you. They're angry at, well, basically angry at life. Well, I think you're right, Charles. You know, more people should, and you know, now I talked about Buddhism, but you know, that is basically the message in any religion. It doesn't really matter which one of them. Don't be selfish. You can find that in any of the religions, in any lifestyle. You know, it's that's what it's all about. Don't be selfish. Be positive and friendly and nice, and everybody will have a better life. You can't hurt my feelings. I do that myself. Yeah, not by you crazy. What? Well, but yeah, not by is a nut. Yeah, but we love him for it. That's for sure. Um, I I guess it's kind of funny because I'm reading a book at the moment, at a, by a Danish writer, and a Danish adventure person. He's called Troels Kløvedal, and he's been sailing around the world. I don't know how many times. The Danish people here will know him. Oh yeah. Exactly. But this guy, he was, you know, he was a young guy during the 60s and the 70s, and he's a hippie. Even now he's still a hippie, and he was back then, and it was, you know. But the good thing about that back then was, well, make love, not war. You know, love everybody else, forgive everybody, and even there you got it. You know, and we should learn to forgive and to love each other. Um, so that would help a lot. But I know it's difficult. But if someone, yeah, again, if someone is hurt, they will hurt everybody else. Let's see what you write. Oh, you grew up in those times, Charles. Yeah, it was. Well, I'm born in '67, so I'm too young for those times. But I read a lot about it, and it sounds wonderful, except all the drugs. But because they did try a lot of different stuff, and I'm not really into that. Oh, storytime videos. Yeah, for sure I am. Um, I'm 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 I have some ideas. And what you say, Nikolai, ever tried to live nomadic without the vehicles? Well, um, yeah, I was traveling in Australia for 4 months with a backpack. So, and I've traveled all over Europe basically with a backpack when I was younger, and later on with my motorcycle. So yeah, I have done that. Um, so and I have thought about it, that I should try that again. Um, going on a trip, just bring. Well, I basically have an idea. Somewhere in the future, I don't know when, but somewhere in the future, I would love to walk to Thailand. Um, that would be the ultimate nomadic trip. Wow, not bad. That's crazy. Two big tents for 6 months. I know it's ambitious, Nikolai, but it's well, I guess it's a question of determination and patience, because obviously walking, you can only do like, well, if you're good at it and you're dedicated, you can do 50 kilometers a day. But there's a long way to Thailand. What you say, Carl? I think everybody would make at least one video and upload to their channel about self or hobby or topic. Would be interesting. Yeah, you're right about that, Carol. That would be neat. That would be fun to watch a trip to Thailand. Much farther than skating to. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I watched his videos, Nikolai, the one who walked through China. That was awesome. yeah, see each other on Facebook. You could do that. And you know what, guys? You could. I got a Facebook page. I got the one for full-time van and RV living in Europe. But I also got a personal Facebook page. You're all welcome to contact me. You can contact me on the full-time one, and we could kind of make a thing there, you know. Keep up. No, it's getting difficult. Okay, Karen. But yeah, walking to Thailand, that would be so neat. It would be, and also it would be kind of like well, don't take it the wrong way, but kind of like a pilgrimage, you know, to walk from here and down to the temple where I used to go when I lived in Thailand. So it would be a neat thing to do, you know. That would be an adventure. Walk all the way. Though I have to say there are some countries I would prefer to avoid, but well, there's something about planning. Yeah, Charles, it could be dangerous in some spots. And that's exactly what I say. Some of the countries I would prefer to avoid. Not by, I don't think I'll need to get through Canada to go to Thailand from Denmark, but yeah. um, but yeah, for sure, no, some countries that I would need to go around. If you do the walk, you should make a several channel, and that could be the whole topic of your walk. You could figure out how to save money and do it. And I don't know if it would take a year. It would. I think it would take more than a year. Over the pole, yeah. And then Canada, yeah. Could boat to US and Canada. Yeah. Well, you know, if I walked to Thailand, when I got there, I might as well continue and then go that other way, the long way around. That would be awesome. But I don't know. It's something I thought about, and well, let's see. I'm not. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. Um, but obviously, it would need to. I would need to save up a lot of money, and also, well, I would be able to work during the trip and to make some more money. But yeah, it would be awesome. Okay, pilgrim is from France to the tip of Spain. Yeah, we got jobs. Exactly, Carol. Work a little bit and then walk on and work a little bit, odd jobs just here and there and everywhere. Yeah, that was exactly my plan. Um, Also because I'm a handyman and I can fix everything, and that would be one way to make some money. But I also think, actually, I don't know if it's durable, but you always see street artists who do performances and stuff like that. Well, I'm not a performer, but well, I am a storyteller, so maybe that was a way. Not by yet. I still like my job. I do. I like the fact that you know, I just do my thing. I don't have to how to say, be in one place. Well, I have a schedule obviously, but it is in a lot of different shops. So yeah, I enjoy it. That's for sure. And I got the company car, yeah. Though, as I mentioned before, there's a lot of rules about that car. So, but that's tax law. It's that's just the way of it. You just have to get used to it. But yeah, it's nice. Um, so it's a good way to make a living. That's for sure. um, but yeah, it would be awesome to, as I was about to say, go for a walk. Um, about what I was gonna do with the van. Well, if I get my own van, I would. Well, of course, I've watched a lot of videos about van builds and stuff like that, and I got a lot of different ideas how to with the how to install it with the bed and kitchen and everything. Dance hip hop. No, I don't think so, Teresa. But yeah, obviously I would make everything myself. And make it as practical as possible. Obviously a van would be less space than I have in the travel trailer, so it would need to this thing about everything having two functions. And about the work van, no, that's true. You didn't hear anything about that. Okay, Nikolai, you go sleep now. Good night. Have a nice, have a good night and sleep well. Good night. So, but no, the work van, I wouldn't do anything with that. Well, actually, Charles, towing the nest with the work van would be illegal as well. So, not allowed to do that either. A work van is only for work, nothing else. The wonderful Danish tax law. And again, what can you do? It's just, it's kind of a joke. Ah, yeah, Charles, that's true. Could tow the nest with the work van. Well, I think what I would do was to leave the nest here in the campground, because I need the address, and it would be easy to leave the nest here and then go nomadic with the van, and then I would have both. So you could say the nest is my house and the van is the vacation house. So it's like tiny house preppers. They say they bought a travel trailer. They say that's their cottage, and that would be the same thing. My van would be my cottage, and the nest would be my house. So that's the way to do it, and also because a van will use less gas than my car, and when I'm pulling the nest. So that would be the way to do that. But then, of course, for vacation and stuff like that, I could bring both. But it would be kind of unnecessary, I think. If I... Oh, excuse me. If I get the van built up the right way, I wouldn't need to bring the nest. Oh, not by you getting hungry. Well, I got some. Now it's only the Danish people who will understand what I say. I got some risengrød. I don't think you would like that. Oh, I got competition now. Someone else just started a live stream. But anyway. Carol, no, I don't anymore actually. Meditate, yes, I do meditate. Yeah, Bob Wells just started a live stream. And yes, I'm still a vegetarian. I am. So, but I did read books about, and that was, well, Buddhist books. One of my absolutely favorite books about that kind of stuff was a book called Handbook for Mankind by Puttata Bhikkhu, and it's a wonderful book. Since the switch, I don't. Charles, what kind of switch? No, the diary. Feel any different? I don't know. It's well, I'm losing weight for once. So that's great. And what you say, road less traveled by, let's go try that. Okay, yeah, I've heard about that book actually. Feel more energized. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I don't know about that, but I feel after a meal I feel less heavy. When I eat meat, I would be like very full, and feel like just go lay down and sleep, and I don't feel like that anymore actually. So there has been a difference, for sure. But besides that, I don't think there's a big difference. Yeah, not. I believe you do. Well, you're right about that. I think everybody eats too much meat. Everybody who do eat meat, but that's another thing. But yeah, and I believe, especially in North America, you guys eat way too much meat. I would only only once in a while eat a big American steak, and it would be like the size of half my plate or something like that. Well, not by you. I actually, I would say you're partly right actually, because when I lived in Thailand, I sure ate less meat than I did when I came back to Denmark. And the temperature has something to do with it, but I believe that you can be completely without it if you know what to eat. Well, it's true. The proteins and vitamins and stuff like that, you need to, how to say, it's not about just stop eat meat. You need to eat kind of a substitute, something else instead of the meat, because else you will lose out on some of those things. So you need the proteins and you need the vitamins and stuff. So you need to kind of, how to say, concentrate a little bit more about what you eat. Think about it. Because if you just don't eat meat and then eat the same as you normally do. So Teresa, you a vegan? Well, I haven't quite gone that extreme, but I admire people who can do it, you know. Everything in moderation. Well, yeah. They need a lot more greens, that's true. A lot more. And that's one thing for sure after I became a vegetarian. I eat vegetables and stuff like that now. Before, if I, example, was at a restaurant, the salad and the vegetables would be like, just leave it alone. So, what did you say on the Lewis and Clark expedition back in the days? And most of the trip in the winter, all they ate was meat, nothing else. How did it keep going? Well, yeah, that's true. But there are things that you can't get from meat, and the sailors in the old days, the sailors would get in trouble health-wise if they didn't have vegetables and stuff like that. If they only ate fish and meat and stuff, that's not good for you either. So yeah, you need the green, the vegetables. Well, on boats they found out that potatoes could help them. So yeah, not far, you good. Now I know vitamin C is in pine needles. You can basically make pine needle tea and you will get vitamin C's. So I haven't tried it and I don't think it's gonna be any good, but yeah, that's true. I was just thinking about, we talked about books before. I want to see if I can find any of my books. Just a second. Sorry about this. Nah, I don't see them right now. No. Sorry. No luck. It was just a thought. I'm not sure where I put my books. Yeah, it would be like gin, and I totally don't like gin. Oh, hi, Ron. Welcome to my live stream. Yeah. That tea tastes like turpentine. I would believe that, Charles. I never had the pine needle tea, but I don't think it will be any good. Supplements since I gave up meat? No, I'm not. I'm just making sure to eat a lot of, well, basically I still eat egg, and I eat soya protein, and I drink milk. Um, so just to make sure I get enough protein. So, but yeah, it is something you need to think about when you stop eat meat, because you can't just give it up and then think that it will be fine. You need to. I actually knew a girl who did it that way. She just gave up meat and then continue eating like normal, just without meat, and she actually got sick. And when she went to the doctor, he told her that she basically needed to, if she wanted to continue being a vegetarian, she needed to study so that she knew what to eat. But he actually advised her to start eat meat again. And it was like a week, and then she was fine. So she gave up that. Pine sap, natural chewing. Okay. Yeah, that sounds awful. Look very healthy. Oh, I'm not sure about that. I'm fat and healthy. I don't know, but I feel better. And that's actually kind of a funny thing, because I feel better after I moved into the nest and started this kind of lifestyle. I feel more healthy than I did when I lived in the house. I think one of the reasons is that I get more exercise now than I did back then. I don't know if there's other reasons. I'm not sure, but I also think that it got something to do with being happy about your life, and again, being positive and happy makes you feel better, and it affects your physical health. No doubt about that. The body is it's not like your mental health is here, the physical health is here. It's intertwined. It's so and yeah, positive thinking, exactly. But yeah, Carol, that's exactly what I say. You need to know what you're doing to make sure you get everything your body needs if you stop eating meat. Because, well, basically, some vegans would hate me for saying this, but basically humans, we are made to eat meat. Just look at our teeth, you know. That doesn't make it, how to say, well, I'm not gonna preach anything. I'm not gonna tell people to stop eat meat, because that's their own decision. Just like everything else, you have to make up your own mind. But I know that from nature humans are meant to eat meat, because that's the way we, you know, and we would get everything. But yeah, exactly, we are. Yeah, flock, yes. But yeah, we need to find out what to eat instead of. So that's true. Um, but I feel I got it pretty much. Plug them with beans. Yeah. Uh, what do you say? Trying to convince everyone to be a vegan. No, it's not my job, and it's the same thing about, you know, about my lifestyle as a nomad. I'm not trying to convince people that this is the right thing to do. It's just, it's the way I choose to live my life, and I think it's the right thing for me. But I don't say it's the right thing for you. That's your own decision, you know. People should do what makes them happy if they can do it without hurting anyone else. Yeah, everyone is on their own path. Exactly. You know, you have to well, I can point in the direction that I like, but it's you who have to walk it. And if you get to a crossroad or something, and you think, well, I like this way better than the way Nomadic Dane he point, well, you should walk that way, you know. And then maybe you will see that that's better for you. So you oh yeah, thank you, Charles. Uh, oh, I didn't get that. I don't think his way is the only way. He shares what I has experienced. No. Part of positive thinking is realizing you're responsible for your own choices, and you're not responsible for other people. You can't fix them. No, exactly. And Teresa, no, sorry, you always make me feel drained, almost like. Well, yeah, Teresa, exactly. You got the point there too. You know, it's some people could never stop eat meat because their body would need it, and it would be wrong. But other people, well, like yourself, just the body just didn't react positive to it. Yeah, exactly. Even your own kids, and that's actually one thing that if we were talking about what we eat and our lifestyle and all, but we can also include religion. When my daughter grew up, I taught her about, well, Christianity, which I was brought up with as a kid, but I also taught her about Buddhism. I wanted her to make up her own mind, and that is exactly, you know, you should open all doors and make them choose themselves. And maybe they choose the wrong door, and maybe they get hurt, but then you just need to be there and catch them when they fall and help them back up and show them, well, that was the wrong one. Now you can, and then maybe they will turn around and ask you, which one should I choose? And you can walk the way with them, but you have to let them walk by themselves, or have to make them make their own choices. So, and whether they are your kids or your friends or your spouse or whatever, you know, or for that matter, you guys, my friends, I can only, you know, tell you what I think, and maybe you choose a different way, and that's better for you. Um, well, exactly, Carol. Whether it's career or who they fall in love with or their friends, it's up to themselves. You know, people have to make up their own opinions, and follow their heart, basically. Because if we do, if you let your kids or everybody else, and as I say, then you will, maybe they make mistakes and maybe they get hurt. Well, then I'm here with the shoulder, that's for sure, you know, and some advice, but not I'm not making, how to say, I'm not the one to tell people what to do. Well, Carol, exactly. You know, if you see now that they are productive citizens, or I would even not say that. I would say if you see now that they're happy and they have good lives, uh, great. You know, you can be proud. That's for sure. Yeah, go camping now. uh, no, exactly. You're a grandma now, and they're not a burden on society. Exactly. You know, that's what more can we wish for? Um, and you know, it's funny because obviously my parents, they were kind of surprised when I decided to live this lifestyle, and every now and again we talk about it, but they also say the same thing. Well, if that's what makes you happy, you should live that way. Um, and yeah, it really is. Yeah, it's part of being positive and trying to live the way you prefer, so that you can have a good life. Uh, well, share about it. No, I have not, and I'm not going to. It's there are some things I will keep private, but so yeah, feel like a referee. Well, sort of, yeah. And I love the fact that when we have these live streams, when I do these live streams, my viewers communicate with each other and comment on each other's comments, and that's, I love that. And I even see it in the comments of my videos that you guys read each other's comments and comment on the, and that is so great, you know. If I can start a if I can start a conversation, if I can be the catalyst for a conversation, wow, that's, what more can I wish for, really? Um, that my viewers become friends, you know, that is just amazing. It really is. Chance, you say we are family. Yeah, somehow I feel it that way too, you know. Um, wistful when, yeah. Sounds like a sign. Yeah. But yeah, that's true. Um, and it is it is really amazing that the technology, as someone said, that we can set people, basically people from Europe and North America, and communicate like this, you know. I hope somewhere in the future it would be possible to make a live stream where you guys could talk to me instead of you have to write. But of course it would make me even more a referee, because you would, to avoid that everybody was talking at the same time, and I don't know how to do that. That would be complicated, but I'm sure it's possible. Excuse me. Well, it would be possible on Skype to make a group call on Skype. Yeah, Charles, I'm afraid so, that people would talk over each other, and that would be a problem. So that would be a challenge about it, I'm sure. But well, maybe one day we'll find a solution for that. More water, yeah. Even though it's a different brand today. So yeah, you're right about that, Carol. Now it's like the world have gone smaller because we can communicate like that, you know. It's so easy now. Though I have to say, I think, well, Carol, you're right. No one is alone like it used to be. No, that's true. Though I think it's getting too much with the cell phones. Um, I went on a trip today to a small town called Vordingborg today, and I was at this old castle. It's basically a ruin of an old castle, and everywhere I looked, there would be family walking together with the cell phone like this. 2, 3, 4 people not talking to each other on each their cell phone, walking at the castle. And it's like, guys, you gone on a trip together to see this castle, and then you all fixated on that, sorry for my French, but stupid phone. I had my phone out too, but that was to record a video. And every time I stopped recording, I would basically just hold got the gimbal. But people are completely gone into their phones. I see parents on the street walking, and the kids just kind of walk by themselves. And the mom or the dad is like, it actually makes me angry, because how about keeping an eye on your kid and show them that you love them, hold their hand and talk to them, teach them stuff. It's a golden opportunity to teach your kids, first of all, how to act in traffic when you walk on the street. But no, people are completely gone into that phone world. It's, sorry. Yeah, Carol. Yeah, you're right, not but that's exactly it. You know, one day I went to I went to a Subway restaurant, and I saw 5 young people sitting and eating their Subway, and all of them would eat their phone, like texting someone. And I was thinking, they go out to Subway together to spend time together, but they didn't say a word. They were not talking, not at all. They were just on their phones. I don't know, maybe I'm old. Well, I'm 51, so I am kind of old, but it's just yeah, behind because you don't have Snapchat. Yeah, exactly. You know, my colleagues they laugh at me because when we do job in the different shops, we need to keep track of our hours, how many hours we spend on each different companies that we do stuff for. And my colleagues, they keep track on that on their phones. Here's how I keep track of it. I got this small book and a pen, and I write down what I've been doing and how long. And my colleagues, they're like, "Gosh, you're so old-fashioned. Why don't you do it on the phone?" And I'm like, "This works. Why change it?" Yeah, I think you have to reboot, Charles. Okay, Teresa, enjoy. No, Carol, you're right about that. A book doesn't run out of battery. I got my book. That's right. And my small notebook here for. Yeah, bye, Teresa. Well, not bye. You need a kid's picture book then. Yeah, or comic books. That's true for not bad. Waterproof pages. Uh, but yeah, it's. I think it somehow it must make people's lives less interesting somehow. Because when I go out, I look at what's happening around me and look at people. I love to look at other people actually. That's kind of a hobby of mine, you know. Sometimes if I'm in the big city, I will find a bench and just sit down and look at people. Look how they interact, but it's not very interesting anymore because they are only interacting with their phones. Oh, okay, Sheila. Have a nice day. Nice talking to you as well. Oh, that's good. Good, Charles. You had to reload. So yeah, less time on the phone, more time out in real life, looking at people, talking to people, you know. And also, when you go visit someone, leave this thing in the pocket, bloody. You know, it's like people come visit you, and the first thing they do, they sit down and look at their phone. And it's like, oh, why did you come? uh, uh, well, actually, I feel that way too. I would not sit and read a book on the phone or on the tablet. It's like a book must be, physical, a book. And Carol say, does work count as real life? I have to talk to co-workers. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's true. Actually, in some schools in Denmark, the kids are allowed to bring their cell phones to school and use them during lessons. I totally don't get that. Get enough of real life. Well, yeah. But yeah, it's something about, you know, yeah. But I don't know, I got this, it may be silly, but a real book, it's it's something to be respected and treated decent. um, Sometimes I see people who throw books in the bin, or for that matter, burn books. It's just, no, that feels so respectless towards the person who wrote the book. It's a piece of art, and it should be treated. Well, Carol, some schools have made that rule in Denmark as well. That on the teacher's desk is a holder for all the phones, so the kids have to leave their phones there, turn off the sound, and leave the phone in the holder during lessons. And I think that would be the one. That would be the way I would do it if I was a teacher in Denmark. When I was a teacher in Thailand, it was not that much. And actually, I think I'm not sure about it, to be honest, if they have rules about it. I never had the problem. I never see a student with a phone down there. Maybe they're not allowed to bring them. I don't know. Well, it is. Some years ago, it was not that much phones back then. Okay, banning cell phones. Well, I know some concerts, they do that because people are recording the concert and putting it on YouTube. And that is actually, what you call it, copyright violation. So, so I know some concerts, they're banning phones. Cell phone prison. Oh, that's a good one. Oh yeah, I love that one. Oh, that's great. Yeah, Carol, that was exactly the picture in my head too. This poor little cell phone in the. uh, yeah. Uh, oh gosh, that's funny. Uh, well, but yeah, in when I was in teacher in Thailand, I also taught some of the older students. I was teaching what do you call it? Uh, some computer lessons, and it was a mix of English and using. So I would give them a like a topic that they should look into this and make kind of a report about it. Um, and they should get their information from the computer. That was a lot of fun. Well, yes, I do work tomorrow, not Oh, Carol, you were sitting in the parking lot watching this live stream. Well, okay, have a nice day. Bye bye, Carol. Take care. Um, but yeah, it's but when I was bye bye, Carol. Take care. When I was a teacher in Thailand, I was teaching these computer lessons. I could look on my monitor. I could look what everybody was doing on their monitors, on their computers, um, and if I had set this rule that if they were doing other things than what they were supposed to, if they started looking at, well, I even had boys who started looking at porn on the school's computer, stuff like that, or chatting on Skype or whatever. I would send them one warning, and then I would wait a couple of minutes, and if they don't close it down, I would close down their computer. And the thing was, when I did that, they would lose the work they done. So if they had worked on the project and I closed down their computer, then they would have to start from scratch. And it worked pretty good. They only made that mistake one time. Then they learned that that would kind of waste them a lot of time, and their project would be have to be done 2 times. So that was a good way of teaching them. One warning, cut. So, well, I guess that's what you call consequence. And I would never blame them or get angry at them or something like that. Just consequence, you know. Yeah, exactly. It's almost 2 hours now. It is. Well, my live streams always run for 2 hours, and I actually even have a little bit of I have to write down the number of hours I used on different projects this week and email to my boss. We do that every Sunday, so but it'll be all right. Jax Austin? No, I don't watch Jax Austin. I'm not sure I know that one. Oh, wait a second. Is that the one in the big schoolie, big yellow schoolie with a lot of advertisement? think that's the one called Jack's Austin. I watched some few, short school. Oh, Adventures with Jane. Hi, welcome. Yeah. Well, it's okay you coming late as long as you get here. But yeah, Jack's Austin, yeah, the short schooling. I've seen oh, was it? I think Nomadic made an interview with him, and I actually think. Now wait a second, Bob Wells haven't made a interview with that one, but that was someone else. I think what his name Nomadic Fanatic met him as well at one time. It's pretty cool. He's schooly. Though I think schoolies are rather big. I would prefer something smaller. Yeah, last year, yeah, exactly. So, oh, excuse me. I'm getting tired here. Oh, he's doing a bigger one now. Oh, wow. Well, some people can't get enough room. Nah, I'm okay, Charles. No problem. I never sleep before midnight. So, and there's, well, another 15 minutes. So, but, yeah, I think it's been a good live stream. I think so. It's, there's been a lot of good communication here. It's, I enjoyed it. That's for sure. I hope you have enjoyed it as well, you guys. Oh, excuse me. It's going completely crazy now. Okay, with a mechanic. Yeah, I would look for that. Go get some fresh air, yeah. That's your big brother, okay. Well, did I lower the temperature too much? It starts to get a little cold. It's still on, right? Yeah. Turned the heater down too much, so. But yeah, the speaking of the heater, the electrical heater I bought is only when it's windy that I use that one. Got any snacks? Well, actually I do, but I shouldn't eat snacks now. Yeah, maybe I have a nut. Yeah, that's a good one, Sheila. He rings. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Charles. That's exactly the thing. When you were younger, you would go out, go to the bar, the disco around midnight, and now we go to bed at midnight. Well, actually, um, Friday evening I went to a friend's place and didn't go to bed before 3:30 in the morning. Uh, but then that's the thing, because when I was younger, I would sleep in and I would sleep till lunch. I can't do that anymore. Now I wake up like 8, 8:30, even I didn't go to bed before 3 o'clock. So, midnight, 8:30. Well, 8:30, can't go to bed that early. And just say 8 o'clock. Well, if I go to bed that early, I will wake up like 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't sleep much. I don't know why. Go to bed midnight, wake up at 6 o'clock. Just 5, 6 hours. Can't sleep any more than that. Editing. Well, sometimes I am. Yeah, that's true. Well, you guys, all this talk about sleep, I think it's time for me to go, because I need to get this adding up the hours for last week as well. So I think I better call it a night. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I had a great time. Yeah, I vlog all the time. That's right. But I had a great time, and I think we have had a great conversation. So I enjoyed it a lot. That's for sure. I hope you guys did too. Good to see you guys too. I'm so happy that it's basically the same group of people who come in. With well, actually this time a couple of new ones, so that's great. Um, no, I can't see you, not my. I can see your writing. Um, so thank you for joining me, and you guys take care. And remember, life is good. You know, be positive, be happy. It's what it's all about. You know, enjoy life. That's why we're here. Okay, you guys take care. Bye bye, everybody. So good to see you guys. Just bye bye.